Let's start with an idea. And look, it might sound a little extreme at first, but stick with me, because the answer reveals something really profound about the food we eat every single day.
So what if you did that? This isn't just some random hypothetical. Think of it as the start of an investigation, a deep dive into the surprisingly powerful world of cooking with water. We're going to see how it actually changes our food, right down to the molecular level.
So you've got these two totally different ways of cooking, right? On one side, you've got that sizzle and sear. We're talking grilling, frying, all that high heat stuff. And on the other, you have the quiet, gentle world of steaming. So let's pit them against each other and see what really happens to our food.
Okay, let's get into the science of it all. To really get what makes gentle cooking so special, we got to start with the one we all know, boiling.
Okay, so when you throw your veggies into a pot of boiling water, something invisible is happening. It's a process called aqueous leaching. Basically, the water acts like a thief, pulling all these water-soluble vitamins and minerals right out of the food. And then, what do? We drain the pot. We're literally pouring those amazing nutrients right down the sink. Ouch.
And this is where it gets really wild. Just look at vitamin C. It's super delicate, right? After only 5 minutes of cooking, boiling wipes out a whopping 54% of it. 54%. But steaming? Just 14%. That's a massive difference. We're talking nearly 4 times more vitamin C saved just by steaming instead of boiling.
And it's not just vitamin C. This table really spells it out for us. The steam acts like this protective little cloud, It helps hang on to B vitamins and those awesome compounds in broccoli called glucosinolates. Boiling? Nope, it just lets them all wash away. But check out the bottom row, those fat-soluble vitamins. See how they're way more stable? Hang on to that thought because we're definitely coming back to that.
So here's the bottom line. The secret sauce is that steam cooks the food without drowning it. And that simple fact is why it's consistently seen as the absolute gold standard for holding on to all those sensitive nutrients.
But wait, there's more. This story isn't just about saving vitamins. It's also about preventing harm. Yeah, this gentle way of cooking can actually help protect our bodies.
So when you get that dark, crispy crust from grilling or frying? Well, that high heat creates some nasty little compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGs for short. You can think of them as these pro-inflammatory troublemakers that are tied to things like oxidative stress and even aging.
And the difference is, well, it's mind-blowing. High, dry heat can jack up the number of these AGs by 10 to 100 times compared to the raw food. 100 times! But here's the cool thing about water. It has a built-in safety switch. It can't get hotter than its boiling point. That natural temperature cap means that steaming and boiling pretty much stop these AGs from ever even forming.
And look, this isn't just some food blogger theory. This is used in hospitals. Doctors often prescribe something called a bland diet for people who are recovering from surgery or have digestive problems. And what's the foundation of that diet? You guessed it, steamed and boiled foods, precisely because they're so gentle and easy on the system.
Okay, so at this point, steaming and boiling are looking like total nutritional superheroes, right? They save vitamins, they stop harmful stuff from forming. So should we just eat this way and nothing else? Well, not so fast.
This is where we hit a really important plot twist. I like to call it the lipid paradox, because if you only eat steamed or boiled food, you're probably not getting much, if any, fat. And that is a big problem. Hey, remember those fat-soluble vitamins we talked about? Vitamins A, D, E, and K? Well, your body literally cannot absorb them without fat. Plus, you need healthy fats for things like making hormones, building every single cell in your body, and for energy. So yeah, a zero-fat diet is a really, really bad idea.
So what do? The solution is actually super simple and kind of brilliant. You don't cook with the fat, you add it after. Drizzle that good extra virgin olive oil over your steamed broccoli. Throw some fresh avocado on your plate. Sprinkle some nuts on top. This is the best of both worlds. You get all the preserved nutrients from the gentle cooking, and you get the benefits of those amazing healthy fats.
All right, so we've covered a lot. We've seen how gentle cooking can be a total game changer for preserving nutrients and avoiding nasty compounds. And we've also figured out how to handle that big fat paradox. So where does that leave us? What's the final takeaway here?
Look, the goal here is not to be extreme. It's about being smart and strategic. Think of it as building a toolkit. First, make steaming your #1 go-to for veggies. Second, if you do boil something, don't throw out that water. That's liquid gold right there. Use it for a soup or a sauce. And third, and this is crucial,
always finish your meal with a healthy fat. That's how you make sure you're getting absolutely everything your body needs.
So when we really look at the science, we start to see something pretty amazing. True power in the kitchen isn't always about more heat or more intensity. It turns out that sometimes the gentlest way of cooking can actually be the most powerful way to take care of our health.